Things are about to get weird.
Hey, shut up. Quiet down. That's pretty good, guy. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Matt. I'm the other best man. Being 6 months older than Jacob, I've always been somewhat of a role model to him. A big brother of sorts. But I must admit that Mike's always been a big brother to both of us. Though it's been kind of hard these past few years to call him big brother, being 5'2" and all. Also, for those of you who don't know, Jacob was the best man in my wedding 4 weeks ago. They say revenge is sweet. We'll find out tonight. Jacob and I have been friends for a long time. With that said, I've seen my best friend go through many phases in life. Let me walk you through some of those phases. The first phase, I will call this his David Beckham phase. This phase lasted from the time when I first met him in 5th grade until 6th grade. Jake was well-cultured and lived in many countries at that point. Was a good-looking, star soccer player. Second best on the team, behind me, of course. If only could have known then that his life was peaking, he might try to enjoy that phase a little bit more. This next phase, which lasted from 7th grade to 10th grade, I like to call this his Twinkie phase. Sometime in 7th grade, Jacob found a breakthrough diet to make him a better soccer player. He decided to eat meals in between all of his current meals. Every time I asked him why, he would just say, "What would Schwarzenegger do?" I really didn't know how to respond to that. Immediately upon getting home from school, he would make 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and 2 packs of ramen noodles. Inevitably, it eventually caught up with him, and believe it or not, it did not help his soccer career. It was at this point in life that kids gave him the nickname Twinkie, which unfortunately stuck around for the next few years. Shut up. That leads me to the next phase, which spans his last 2 years of high school. I'll call this his bully phase. Jacob hit puberty and was no longer 5'2" and fat. He grew a foot taller and beat up everyone who called him Twinkie. Eventually, due to the bullying, everyone forgot about the nickname Twinkie. Until now. This next phase, I will just call this the college phase. I actually have very strict instructions not to talk about anything that happened during college phase. Quite frankly, I can't remember anything that happened during college phase. Too much studying, perhaps. That leads me to the phase that he's in now. I like to call this his Dr. Phil phase. I'll let you and Brian write this chapter, and hopefully I can finish the speech. Hopefully not another wedding or anything, or baptism or something. I don't know what you choose. Seriously though, me and friends did a lot together. I went to the hospital in 7th grade after my appendix rupture on a field trip. Jacob was a great friend through the whole thing. Jacob, similarly, has had surgery in middle school as well. He was circumcised. I know what you're thinking. It's amazing what they can do with microscopes these days.
God, that is hysterical.
We've always been there for one another, to give each other advice when the other needed it. I'll never forget when I was leaving from Marine Corps boot camp, the advice that Jacob gave me. I must go ahead and apologize in advance. I've never been real good at doing impersonations, but I think I've got Jacob down pretty good. He said, "Matt, as someone who's been remember the three things that I always told myself I can't find. Number one, make sure you keep your neckerchief ironed at all times. Number two, if you want to be a weeblo, you better wear your sash. Number three, if anyone yells at you while you're there, you just tell them, pipe it down, boys, it's the bear's fault. I was thinking, well, the voice is going to really work, but I appreciate it. Now let me talk to you a little bit about Jacob and Brianna. Jacob and Brianna have known each other for a long time as friends. They didn't start dating until they were out of college. Actually, I don't know if many of you know this, but Brianna is Jacob's first girlfriend. Crazy, I know. I always had a bunch of people come up to me, being his best friend and all, and ask, what's up with Jacob never having a girlfriend? It really made me think about it. Well, I thought, it's really not that weird. It's just Jacob's personality. It seemed fitting that he never had a girlfriend. I thought, there's many successful men that never had girlfriends. Elton John, Richard Simmons, Purple Power Ranger. So I can't say I was real surprised one day when I got a text message from Jacob saying he was going on a date with someone named Brian. As an accepting person and a good friend, I thought, good for Jacob. I hope this Brian treats him right. Well, needless to say, it was a typo, and he was really going on a date with Brianna. What? Now I was shocked. It's like something out of the movies. Here we have this beautiful young lady. She's getting with a pool. Where have I seen this plot before? Beautiful young woman getting with a pool boy. Sounds familiar. Must have been a Disney movie or something. I don't know. But I really don't know why I was so surprised that Brian would date Jacob. I mean, Jacob did have a pretty impressive resume. I've actually got a few things written down here. First, junior varsity soccer player. Impressive. Second, Eagle Scout. For those of you who don't know much about the Boy Scouts, it's a program to put your kids into that ensures they won't lose their virginity until later on. No, seriously though, it's crazy to me that Jacob's an Eagle Scout, because I've been camping with them. It's when they spend their summers rubbing wood together and be able to start a fire. College graduate. Only took him 5 years. Impressive. Business owner. Impressive. Has never been arrested. Awkward. I knew that was tangible too. Let's move on. Brianna, I wrote down a few things that you need to be prepared for when you're married to Jacob. You need to know that Jacob will not remember your birthday, y'all's anniversary, or any other important day. You can't remember to close the refrigerator. God knows you can remember to open it. Next, Jacob's head hair to butt hair ratio is only going to get worse. It's all on my brain cell. this one a little bit. I'm gonna start saying that me and Jacob shared a room at our bachelor party with his brother Mike. And unfortunately, Mike likes to walk around with a shirt off. Brian, if Mike is any indication of where Jacob is headed, be prepared for Jacob to grow pancake nose.
He's over there.
Thanks.
He's doing a hell of a job.
Jacob has what me and our friends call chlorine brain, where he views everything in regards to pools. So Brian, tonight, don't be alarmed if Jacob tries to test your chemistry or check your basket for frogs. In all serious, Jacob, you've always been a good friend. You've always been able to make me laugh no matter what mood I'm in, and I appreciate you always being there for me. I'm really proud of everything that you've accomplished with your business, and I look forward to watching what the future's going to bring to you. I'm so glad that you found your match. Brienne is a great girl. I wish you both luck and the best. I hope that we always live close so that our kids can play soccer together too.